So this is a video just a little bit more on transformations. I know we've talked about them in the discussion post and things. Here's one that has a cube. So this is one that it looks kind of like an S type of graph going through, but it's been shifted because of the transformations. Um, the, let's say, the 2 here, this part, it will actually tell us that the um, the graph is shifting to the left 2, and then here for this 1, the 1 will tell us it's going up 1. Now technically we don't really need that, but the good thing is that okay, um, we are, you know, we have that knowledge, so it can kind of help us when we go, left 2. Let me get this right. There we go. Left 2, and we'll go up 1. That's kind of our midpoint of this graph. If we plugged in a point like -3, we plug it in, we'll get -3 plus 2 cubed plus 1. So that's going to be -1 cubed plus 1, and that's going to be 0. So it's going to be right here. And I know by looking at the calculator, if you put it in, this is going to be going down like that. If I plugged in 1 or -1, we're going to get something similar, except we're going to get the point 2 here. And at some point, sorry, that's -1, we're going to plug in 0, and that's going to tell us our y-axis, our y-intercept, and this would be 0 plus 2 cubed plus 1. So that is 2 cubed plus 1, which is 8 plus 1, so we'll be up at 9. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Way up here, it's crossing. So at this point, I mean, we could make it cross like that. Not the best graph, but we could to get it where we need to go. Now, if we wanted to change it up a little bit, let's say if we just put a negative out front of this graph, it's going to reflect down. We could also put like a negative number, like a -3 or something like that in front, and it would switch it around as well. Another graph I was thinking about was this one. G of x is the square root of 2 minus x minus 5. So we start off with the parent function square root of x. We've got a negative on it of the x inside, so that's going to take us from this graph. So here's the square root of x. Square root of x looks like that. Well, now as soon as I have a negative on it and I'm moving it over to the right, we're talking about we're going to the right 2. So here at 2, but now it's going to be going to the left like this. So it completely changes it around what this will do. So as we're graphing this, we can plug in 1, and we know that it's just going to be up here at 1. And we can plug in, what's another good one? So like -2 would be a good one. So that would put us at 2. Okay. So here is the graph of just, not the best on this, looking at the screen and then drawing on my tablet. So this red one here is just the square root of 2 minus x. So what happens when we add in this -5? Well, that means that this -5 will make it go down 5. So it's actually going to go down. All of these points are just going to be shifted down 5. So it's going to be down here, where we're going to have this point here at 1. I'm now going to be at -4, and then at -2 I'm going to be up here at -3. So it's a little different, but this is the g of x. This is how the shifts will happen. Just so you know, for g of x, the domain is -infinity up to 2, and the range is going to be -5 up to infinity. Even though it's gradually going up, it's going to still just go up to infinity. There's no stopping point on that one. A little tricky on those. Just for our other graph over here, our domain is all reals, as is our range, all reals. Hopefully this will give you enough to where you can look on MyMathLab and get some more help with that. Okay?